Oh yeah, black sun in the hizzle, all for shizzle dizzle. We got an excellent show here today. As y'all know, I haven't been doing truck shows because my data has not reset. Plus, my truck is in the shop getting AC work done. I can't do the hot truck. Can't do the hot truck. It's too hot out there. So I had to go on and talk to y'all for a second because I think this race shit has gone too far. It is growing old. It is growing tired. Yeah, I'm very growing weary of this whole race thing. These race politics is not the way to go. It's not the way to test go. Real quick. It's not the way to test real quick. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, y'all. So, oh man, where do I start? Um, I'm talking to some individuals, old friends of mine, people who in the past that I've heard from and talked about how race doesn't matter. From and all of a sudden, because what's going on high? What's going on high? I talked to a couple of Jamaicans. Now they'll be the first one to say, and I'm not gonna put them out there, man, my Caribbean brothers, but when they heard, oh, well, Kamala's from Jamaica, I'm just like, man, the race politics is not a smart move and not a smart strategy. It is just not smart because it shows the immaturity level of one who doesn't know policy. And it's very hard for a person like me to talk policy with people who more or less watch the CNNs, the NBCs, the ABCs, the CBSs, the mainstream media, basically. And it's very hard because y'all know when I talk to a person, I have learned in my years that it's all about defense and offense. Defense and offense. When a person is asking you a question, you're pretty much on defense. But when you flip it around and ask that person, you're pretty much on offense. And I want to give a shout out. There was a man by the name of Anton. Anton, let me get his name right. There's a brother here on YouTube by the name of Anton. And I noticed something that I couldn't really notice before, but it really hit me today. He was on a panel. It was about maybe, I think about 12 black people, and it was evenly divided. It might have been a little bit more women than men, which is be expected because, you got more women who tend to be more um, engaged in social media conversations, more or less. And I say this to say that um, I'm really seeing a lot of sisters getting caught on the race, but not only sisters. I'm seeing sisters on the and see this is so unfair because you got a lot of sisters like Miss Montgomery who cooked today. If y'all seen that video, yo, she cooked today, and I want to do a step by step breakdown of how she really nailed nailed it. Like I'm talking about a sister who was well studied in Malcolm X. And if you study Malcolm X and even Martin Luther King, you will know that they were very conservative. Of course they were. I mean, they grew up in the '60s, and they would not know about the whole blue haired and transgender and all that, that would not be within their whole, it would be very foreign to them. So, us living in the age of the Biden and Kamala administration, and you're looking at a generation of, I guess these people call themselves Black Power. I don't know what they call themselves, but shout out to Dr. Umar. They sent Dr. Umar a MDA and he rejected it. He said, no, you can keep your $10,000. So shout out to Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar is probably one of the last true Black voices left here on YouTube when you talk about Black power, Black nationalism, Pan-Africanism, that kind of stuff. Y'all know me. My stance is no. Let me say this. You got King Noble. I can never mention the whole Black Power thing without mentioning King Noble. So I want to say this, that the whole race thing, you cannot be pro-Black or Black supremacist or Pan-African and then be involved in the politics. You just can't. You're going to be involved in politics and be an American. And this is coming from somebody who studied. I've studied Khalid Muhammad. I've studied Malcolm X. I've studied Marcus Garvey, Martin Delaney. Oh yeah, Robert F. Williams, Huey P. Newton. Oh yes, I've studied, and I know it thoroughly. I know the likes of King Noble, who's a Black supremacist. I know. So there is no body on YouTube that can challenge the blackness of Black Sun. Okay, there's nobody who can challenge me on that. I mean, I know it thoroughly. I know it in doubt, like my hand in and out. So I say that to say this is that the core of these communities will tell you it's dealing with Black nationalism. Either you're Black nationalists and you don't deal with American politics, or you're an American. Unless you were talking Black nationalism and talking about separation, Black separation, and forming your own nation, then you really have no business talking Black power, Black this, Black that, Black nothing. And then you have to come up with a system that's better than the systems. But that's a whole nother show, ain't it? I've done many times where I've talked about how when you scream in this Black power, and if you think you want a Black nation, you got to come up with a program. You got to come up with a governmental design system that is better than this one. And I say that because a lot of Black people are unaware of the Black people who fought in the revolution. In order to even come to that point, they had to make treaties. This is for you reparations people. You had people, of course, fight in the Spanish War, the Mexican War, the French Indo War. These are all the wars that America was involved in, especially the Civil War. And then all the wars that proceed on there, from the goddamn World War II, Vietnam, Korea. So you have treaties made amongst the Black community. You have people who have allegiances to this nation as Americans. So you can't be lukewarm, as the Bible will say. Either what's going on, Melissa? Yeah, Melissa, I'm trying to break down because I'm still having people, and I'm talking about people my age. I'm not talking some young kids. I'm talking about people my age. If they can give illegals $10,000 a month in EBT, American people are struggling. Melissa, that is a fact. Like when I seen that receipt for $1,300, that's more than what I put down for this house. That is more than what I put down. Now, These are the type of issues, and that's why I love you. Hi, Melissa. I love when you guys come in here because you guys know the issues, y'all know the policies. It's frustrating with me dealing with people who never dealt with politics, and then all of a sudden they're asking me, "Well, who you voting for?" And I tell them Trump. Well, why would you vote for Trump? And blah 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 blah. And it's like they're not telling me a single policy. They're just repeating talking points. Oh, Trump is racist. Oh, Trump is a snake. Oh, Trump is a convicted felon. And it's just like, but you don't mention a single policy. And then I asked them, I asked my friend today, man, what policy is Kamala run on? Well, she's black. Well, she's black. And I'm like, we got to really grow up. We got to grow up. That's why I titled, man, we got to grow up. We got to grow up, especially people my age. I ain't talking about some young folk. I'm not talking about no Gen Xers or Gen Zs or millennials. I'm talking about Gen X, people that are around my age talking this race stuff. And I get it because the Caribbean brothers have a sense of national pride. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Especially being from Jamaica, they have a sense of nationalism. But how many times, you know, it's funny because when I watch if anybody of y'all watch the Bob Marley documentary, there were two candidates running, Manning and I forgot the other guy. And you could see the rude boys in the streets. They're all fighting each other. And it's like, I know enough Jamaican history to know that, yeah, that race stuff doesn't work. So why do the Jamaicans get here? And it's because now I've experienced this myself. Like when I leave outside of the country, and if I see Americans, whether they be white, black, or whatever, I get happy and I want to go up and hug them because I'm in a foreign country. And so I feel a type of kinship if I see another American and vice versa. So I can understand a Jamaican coming here and then another Jamaican and then another person say, oh, well, I'm from Jamaica too. So it's almost like a sense of homesickness, I guess, you know. But I can understand that. But when you're getting in the political arena, it is a whole nother dimension. Like I didn't even really get into the race thing because I could have did some low blows and said, well, look at who Kamala is married to. You know, she's married to a Jewish man, raising Jewish children. But I don't, in order to grow out of that whole race thing, I have to come out of it. And we have to come out. I can't play the race game with them. And so I had to catch myself because then I was like, well, you know, Kamala's not black, you know. But then I thought about it because they're from Jamaica and they, you know, they weren't born here. And I was like, damn, now I had to get into the whole, yeah, it's familiar, Melissa, right. So it's really, I'm getting to the point where I'm thinking, man, maybe people, you know, it's sad because I don't want to, you know, I want to say this. I think Rasmussen took a poll and they were asking American citizens, should people who are naturalized citizens who are not born here, should they be able to vote in federal elections? And, you know, let me read the comments. What's going on, Lisa Bear? What's going on? Hey, he has business in China. Tampon Tim has traveled. You know, Melissa, let me tell you something about Tampon Tim. Just with Tampon Tim alone, and these people I talk to don't even know about Tampon Tim like we do. Like we know about Tampon Tim. We know he likes his horse smoothies. We know that he put, you know, that's why he got his name Tampon Tim. I mean, Tampon Tim, the stolen valor alone, I don't even have to get into it. Trump and Vance don't have to get into the whole, oh, who's a weirdo, who's not a weirdo. Man, forget all the weirdo shit, right? He has stolen valor. That alone is going to kill, that is going to destroy Kamala Harris and Mr. Walls, Tampon Tim. That's going to destroy them. I mean, just having the stolen valor, like, let's just stick to, let's like, you know what? Let's get past the race stuff, which I know people can't get past the race stuff. And let's get past name calling. Calling him with stolen valor is not name calling. He is running around here with stolen valor, and that's going to cost them. That's going to cost them dearly. They talking about Mr. Tampon Tim is going to do tours. Them veterans are going to follow him. And it's not going to be pretty for Mr. Tampon Tim. They're not even giving the true poll numbers. Notice if y'all check the poll numbers, let's talk about the poll numbers real quick. But y'all don't mind not talking about poll numbers real quick. This is why I only post Rasputin. Rasputin poll is the only ones that keep updating their poll. They took a poll with Harris when she first got nominated, and if y'all check the date on it, the Real Click Politics, they're not updating it. So they have not done the polls since Kamala has picked Tampon Tim. But I will say that for another show, because I want to get on this race thing, because this race thing is its own entity. So I will deal, Melissa, Lisa, hi. I will deal with the polls another day, because I got a real good video on that one, on the polls. Yeah, the fake media is of course going to produce fake polls, except for Rasputin, who is independent. But I must say that for another show. I want to get back on this race thing, because I have friends that are trying to pull the race card on me. And this is why I don't like to come off as arrogant, y'all. But let me tell y'all something. Y'all know, but I mean, I hate talking to low information people and then coming on here and coming off as arrogant. I hate doing that. I don't like doing that. I don't like it, because it's like, how dare these people come to me on some race shit and can't tell me a single policy? And these are people who work in the trucking field like me. And I'm like, dude, don't you pump gas? Were you not paying attention to the gas prices when Trump was in office? So it's like, wow. So, but like I said, I'm not a one-trick pony when it comes to this politics. But again, I like to humble myself, because I because I know when I come in here with y'all, you guys already know. I mean, you guys, let's just keep it plain and simple. I mean, let's just keep it simple. Kamala Harris is a communist. She is now pushing communism. But see, because people here in America have never experienced communism, that shit goes over their head. So it's hard to explain communism to a people who's never seen communism. Like, I've never seen communism, but I grew up in my childhood in junior high school. I had a friend from Iran. I had a friend from Chile. I had a friend from, I think, Argentina. I had a friend from Cuba. I had a friend from China. I've had friends from all over around the world that have experienced, socialist governments and all that stuff. And they can all tell you it's no bueno, it's no good. But again, this talk that Kamala is doing, man, is social, it's damn near communism. She keeps talking about equity. Well, and have y'all seen the video where she talks about equity? Have y'all seen it? Because it's communism. It's straight communism. And it's not, communism doesn't end well for any country. It just doesn't work, because as Margaret Thatcher says, that eventually you run out of other people's money. Well, that's socialism. But yes, socialism, communism doesn't work and it's not going to work, especially for our society, especially the way we as Americans are being, we're raised in free capitalism. And so, because, um, because you got the news media who's really, I mean, well, they're hiding Kamala Harris. Number one, she hasn't came out. She's supposed to do a press conference, and people are going to be clapping and not really understanding what she's saying when she talks about equity. You know, it's basically she's going to be talking about the redistribution of wealth, and that's like every time they do that in the country collapses, and they have bread lines and poverty. And it's just, yeah, it doesn't work because then businesses are going to start moving to other countries. And um, y'all think that the jobs are down now and food prices are high, they're really going to get out the chain. So, but you got, again, these people who are stuck on the race politics. They're really stuck on it. Melissa just asked, oh yeah, about the polls. Yeah, Melissa, we gonna deal with that. But we're gonna deal with the polls. We're gonna deal with that because Kamala is lower than where Joe Biden, I think, was at right here. Hillary was right here. Kamala's right here. So again, those poll numbers got a cut of that 2.7 million that Kamala got from Soros. Yeah, they got a cut of that. So of course they're going to skew the polls. So yeah, again, the only one that's accurate is Rasputin. Rasputin has Trump 49 to Kamala's 45, I believe. So Trump is up 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, about 3 to 4 points. So I'm not going to worry about. We're not going to. Yeah, and who's questionable is Megyn Kelly. Y'all know I think she's compromised. I hate to say that. I like Megyn Kelly, but I think she's compromised because she keeps, like, you're a journalist, but you keep referring to these polls that didn't recognize, and she acknowledged that all these news medias didn't even acknowledge when Trump got shot in the ear. So I don't know, man. I'm really starting to question Megyn Kelly at this point in time. I still like Megyn Kelly, but I kind of look at her sideways now. So I can't I can't recommend nobody over there because she is go back to the race. Good. Look at it. Go back to the race. Okay, I'll go back to the race, Melissa. Let me just say this. Visa Arena. I have heard about some lady in Chicago. She signed up for a job application. It turned out to be being Spanish, you think is going to be slightly back to normal when Donald Trump be in office. Yeah, it will be. Yeah, it will be. I mean, we got to get Trump in office, man, because you're gonna. I mean, the main thing, even though you got the application in Spanish, and then you got the $13,000 EBT receipt. We got shit like that. That shit is going to end with Trump. But like I was trying to explain to these people that were just on race. See, that's the thing that's frustrating, you guys. When people talk about race, they blank out and they don't hear nothing else. They don't hear, the migration problem, the border problem, because they looking at, but the race. And they don't, the war in Ukraine, Israel situation. It's like, are you, that don't understand that like the first thing I said, and I realized, I can't even have a conversation with this person. I said, Kamala, and you guys know this, but let me just say it. Let me say it like, what's her name that ran against Trump? Nikki Haley. I'm going to say it in my Nikki Haley voice. So, Kamala and Joe Biden shared the same policy. I know it's annoying when I talk like Nikki Haley. You got to understand that when we were in Afghanistan, that fallout falls on Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I am not going to. I'm making it annoy y'all. But the point I'm making is that when people just say race, 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 it's like if all you concerned about is race, don't vote. Just don't vote. Don't vote because you're not into politics. Like people are jumping on this bandwagon, and like I said, I've said this before. The same people screaming Trump is racist are the same ones before Trump even ran that said, "Oh, politics don't matter." Like I do this. I don't mean to sound arrogant, but I do this. And part of being political is not only knowing foreign, but you got to know domestic and foreign because it all our taxes are linked to foreign and domestic. So if you're going to be in the politics, you have to know where our money is going to as far as Ukraine and Russia. And when Biden, he said that he is going to be committed to Ukraine until they win the war. Again, talking to people that just see race, race, race. I had to explain to him who Wagner was. He's like, "Oh, who's that?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this gets worse and worse." Like the more I try to explain, just like I said, I've been doing politics for years. Like I tried to explain how just a mercenary group took one of the richest resource cities in Ukraine by the name of Bakhmut. The Russian Red Army stood back and let the mercenaries go in. The mercenaries took it down in 3 months. But then people say, "Oh, but Putin is losing." And I'm just like, "Oh my gosh. Putin is not losing. He's not going to lose. Putin is not going to, he just took back Kursk today." But again, these people, they all they got is, race, but Kamala's black. And I'm just like, man, y'all got to grow up. Y'all got to be politically mature. Because if all you see is race, 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 oh, but she's black though, then you have lost. You have failed. You have failed. You have voluntarily put your head underneath the guillotine and don't even realize the type of danger that you're in. That's how bad it is. Because it's bad when everything goes over your head. When I say that we could be facing World War III. But Kamala's black though. Damn. So what do I do, y'all? What do I do? Oh shit, my damn Trump flag's a little crooked. I didn't realize how crooked it was until I damn look at it now. But so we are a powerful country. We are, Melissa. We are a powerful country, but the wrong leadership can make us a weak country. Okay? Meaning that Trump wasn't tried, not like how Kamala was. Example, like Putin. Kamala Harris went to go talk to Putin. Putin's like, yeah, okay, yeah, all right. She left, and next thing you know, the Russia-Ukraine war pops off. But you know what Trump always said is, Ukraine was the apple of his eye. And I said, don't do it. Don't do it. That's power. So a country is only as powerful as its leader. And if we don't get the right leader in there, I'm afraid, Melissa, we won't be as powerful. That statement is not going to hold no water. Now, if Trump gets in office, yeah, it will hold water. Kamala Harris getting in there, I can't guarantee that you saying that we are a powerful country, I don't know if it's going to hold water. Now, I will say this. I know we're going to resist. If any monkeys or birds come, if y'all know what I mean, any monkeys or birds come, we are going to not comply to that. Because I've heard, and I guess this need to be a whole nother show. I heard this morning that they're trying to bring the monkey and the bird to the country to cause this whole shutdown. No, we're not going to do the bird or the monkey. Okay. I got to talk in code because they're trying to, they're trying to cook it up. And then, you got the damn sentencing come up. Now, like I said before, and I'll say it again, if you give Trump a mugshot and his poll numbers go up, and let's see, we got the mugshot. Oh, and then we got the guilty conviction and his poll numbers went up again. What do you think they're going to do once they sentence Trump? But, I don't know. I don't know what to tell people no more. That's going to make them even more popular. But I guess they don't see that. No, I mean, I'm happy that they're making Trump more popular. September, October, November. So just 2 months away. So that's even closer towards. So we're in August now. That's closer towards the election. That his poll numbers go up even more, giving him a Ronald Reagan landslide. You tried to shoot at a man. Then they try to damn erase that from the internet. Can't even type in Trump assassination and other shit comes up, an assassination of Truman and all this ridiculous other kind of stuff. And I'm not saying Truman's, all these other assassinations are insignificant. But what I'm saying is that if you cannot find Trump assassination now, that is pretty sad. And it's pretty, people don't even realize that we're living in the age of a Mount Rushmore president. So what do I do, Melissa? V3, Dirty Money, what's going on? So Dirty Money says, bro, these race baiters are simply using any tool they have. Race is one of those tools. Sadly, there's millions that fall for it. Education is everything. Yo, and what's so sad about it, Dirty Money, these cats I'm talking to, not only my age, but they're educated. They're business owners like me. That's why I'm like, are y'all serious? Y'all never played the race card before? But I think it's because they heard Jamaican. Oh, she's from Jamaica. So then, and it's like, and I understand, again, because these same Jamaicans that I'm talking about, when Obama ran, they man, it's not about race. But then you got this Kamala lady saying she's from Jamaica. Then all of a sudden, it's about race. Like, no, let's not play these games. So I'm gonna need my people to grow up. I'm gonna need everybody to grow up and get off this race stuff. I'm gonna need everybody to tighten up, man. We're less than 80 plus days away. We need to stop falling into their trap, man. That's their trap. They want to do the race thing. The Democrats want to do the race, because somehow people are falling for it. So if it works, if it ain't broke, why fix it? I think that's their attitude. And black people are biting the bait of the whole race thing. And it's like, it's a weak argument. When you say race, you're saying right then and there, you have no idea of what the policy is. You have no policies. You have nothing to stand on, but race, racism, racist. Orange man, bad. And I'm just like, wow. So all I can say, y'all, chat, is that I hope there's more of us than there are of them, because this whole using the race card is like goddamn, like crack cocaine. It's worse than methamphetamines, man. It is the worst drug. It's like, they get high off saying racism, race. Who's she black? It's like they get high off that shit. And that's all they got to go on. They're like one trick ponies. So I can only say, Melissa, dirty money. This all I can say is that I pray, I hope and pray there's more of us than there are of them. We can't even try to. I think I'm at the point now. I don't even want to try to convert no people. I think this is what we're involved in is a civil war. Some might, y'all Christians might call it a spiritual warfare. You know, I understand that terminology quite well. And let me just say this: that it's just us against them. We got to pull as many Trump supporters straight up, as many Trump supporters as possible, because it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. Race, 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 race. Orange man bad. I got TDS. Race, 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 race. But come on, it's black. And I'm like, yo, we just gotta, man, we got to really dig deep. I signed up as a poll watcher. I suggest y'all do the same thing. And we got to really, y'all got to talk to family members. I'm gonna start with my own family members. You know, I'm gonna start with my own family members. And I don't hope they don't switch up because I've had family members that said it's not about race. So now's the time to put that to the test. So it's weird because I know personally people that said race don't matter, and all of a sudden Trump come along and Kamala come along and they say, oh, it's about rape, Shabazz black though. And I'm like, weren't you saying race don't matter? I know, especially my Jamaican brothers. I know they were. It wasn't that long ago when Obama was president. And they were like, it's not about race. And I'm like, okay. And now that I'm looking back, I'm like, I know they. Let me just, okay, look, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. When Obama ran, I was caught up in the race stuff. It wasn't, my Blackson moment was when Obama droned American citizen. That was the scariest. I was like, you know, I had a moment. I had like, you are not voting on the person, it's the policy. Melissa, and what you're saying, I'm gonna tell you because I have to be honest. I did that when Obama ran for office. Okay. I think he ran against Mitt Romney, ran against John McCain, and I was hook, line, sinker on the race thing. But it took me learning the policy. I'm glad you said that because if it wasn't for me learning about the policy of Obama taking away habeas corpus and allowing him to where he can assassinate American citizens, that's when I had an awakening moment. I'm like, whoa. Melissa, I was like, whoa. Obama just killed 3 American citizens in Yemen, like just droned them, executed. And I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? Because Obama could do no wrong until he goddamn killed those 3 American citizens, 2 of them underage, one 16, one 13. I'm like, whoa, like, where's the due process, Mr. Obama? Oh, you suspended habeas corpus. And then I had an awakening, Melissa. I began to learn about policy. And then I learned that day how dangerous, not only how Obama is, but how dangerous the government can be, how dangerous the Democratic Party can be. And I was like, oh, like I never even heard about like George Bush or Clinton or even Ronald Reagan doing no shit like that. Obama killed 3 American citizens without due process. He suspended habeas corpus, like no due process. We're gonna goddamn drone strike them. They're dead. American-born citizens. Like I was like, whoa, what is going on here? What? And that was my moment that I woke up. That is my moment. I left the Democratic Party. That is the moment that I saw Barack Obama for the true monster that he was. I said, oh shit. Holy shit. What have I done? I voted for this man. What have I done? And so now it's like, it's almost like I am suffering for the sins. I am witnessing the sins that I committed unwillfully, my unwillful ignorance, my just my ignorance being caught up in this race thing. So I guess everybody has to come across their journey, but we can't wait. November is right around the corner. We have to, it's like we're going to war. I'm reading a book by Shelley Foote called The Civil War. Y'all get that book. It's a 3-volume series. And let me tell you, we just have to look at, we're at war now. We're at war. We just got to hope there's more of us and that we prevail and we become victorious November 5th. That's just what it is. You don't, when you're at war and civil war, you don't try to convince, you try to defeat the other side. So all these people screaming racist and have TDS, we just have to defeat them at the polls. We cannot try to change them. We cannot try to convince them. We got to just defeat them at the polls. We got to lock arms with whoever's goddamn drowned with MAGA, Make America Great Again. And we got to go. We got to march and we got to fight because they tried to take Trump out. And we still sit up here trying to play nice guy and shit. Was that what we're doing? No, we don't. Time is ticking. They're trying to demoralize us with the polls that are fake, by the way. They're talking about locking Trump up and although they can give him a year and all that, we still got to fight, man. Trump says never give up. He said fight, fight, fight. So whatever happens, as long as Trump is on that pole, we got to get down to the pole, and that's our victory. We got to goddamn prevail with Trump being victorious November 5th. That's what we got to do. I can't sit here and try to convince people of this race thing. Even if Kamala, I thought about it. I'm sitting up here struggling with trying to convince, is Kamala black? Is she not black? Is she Indian? Is she not Indian? Who gives a fuck? We shouldn't be bogged down with that. If they say, oh, Kamala's black, let them have that. Okay, you know what? You're the enemy. You're the person that I got to mount my numbers and my brothers and sisters together, and we got to defeat y'all. If y'all want to be stuck on the race shit, then be stuck on the race shit. At this point now, Melissa, Dirty, we got to defeat them. That's all we got to do. We got to defeat them. We got a V3 YouTube. Let me see what V3 says. Melissa says only policy Kamala has is the one she stole, right? The no tax on tips, but she's already passed the inflation bill, which she hired IRS agents to go after the tip workers. But you think the ones who Kamala's black, you think they're going to look that up? So we all know this, Melissa. We know this. So all they see is race. Oh, Kamala Harris is black. That's all they see. That's all they're going to see. So we just got to mount our numbers. We got to dig deep. We got to go dig up. We got to go find them damn Reagan Republicans. We got to go find them because they're out there. They're registered Republicans that didn't vote in 2020. We got to find them. We got to find them and tell them, yo, Kamala is a communist. Those are the ones we got to convince. We got to find them. We can't worry about the ones, well, Kamala's black and Kamala, she did this and that. We already know that. And her so-called supporters, they're not going to see past the race. So they're lost causes. We got to find those registered Republicans who did not vote. That's what we got to do. We got to organize. We got to wherever city you are, be a poll watcher, sign up. I am a captain. I signed up with Force, Trump Force 47. And let me tell y'all this. The Kamala supporters, first of all, they believe she's black, number one. Number two, they're going to believe the whole Agenda 25. Don't even waste your time trying to convince them. We know the truth. We know it's Agenda 47, not damn Project 25. Don't try to convince them. Let's just roll. There's a dumbass today that said, "Well, I'm gonna vote for Hunter because Trump's gonna be a dictator." Like, if you got people that fucking dumb, we just gotta mount our numbers. We can't be discouraged. And it was like, damn, I'm thinking to myself, how can human beings be so fucking stupid? How? And this girl who I saw that said that looked like my damn niece. I'm like, oh my gosh, just oh gosh, the idiocy, the level of idiocy. So we just gotta organize, and I can't even think about, I think the Bible said, Jesus said, "Who is my mother, my brother, my father?" Do y'all remember that? I know y'all remember that scripture. Jesus said, "Who is my mother, my brother, my father? Who are my people?" So Revelations talk about how your own family members. So there needs to be I mean, man, now I'm seeing like things that I'm thinking about that I've seen in the Bible that are like coming out. Like, who is my brother, my sister, my father, I was like, damn, now that shit, it hits hard now. That shit has a deep, deep meaning now. Oh, thanks for the light, y'all, man. I appreciate that. And I appreciate y'all because I know it's late, man. I appreciate y'all coming on this late because I know it's 9, but I just had to go on. Like I said, um, I had to go on because I'm being bombarded with this race thing with people I personally know. And I think it's my past catching up with me. Because in my past, I voted for Barack Obama strictly out of race. My ignorance now is coming back to haunt me because I keep running into people talking this race shit. And I'm like, damn. And when it comes to this race shit, you either got to be American or you got to be a black nationalist. But black nationalists believe in, black separation. So, and the only reason why I couldn't separate because one thing, if I'm going to have a black nation, I need to be in charge, and I got to accept the damn form of government. So I said, okay, I guess this black nationalist, black separation thing ain't gonna work. So America has the best system. America has the best system. Constitutional Republic is the best documentation in the world. It is on record. There is no system that is better. And I'm quick to say that people like Malcolm X was a constitutionalist. That go over a lot of people's head when I say that. So, Malcolm X was a constitution. That's why people like me and Montgomery can stand behind Trump. But, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King were conservatives, but that go over their head. You think Malcolm X and I'm talking to the so-called Black Power people. You think Malcolm X and Martin Luther King would be down with a man beating up on a woman? You think Malcolm X and Martin Luther King would be down with them goddamn transgender bathrooms and all that? Hell no. You're talking about an old school Muslim and an old school Christian. Not happening. But I'm going to deal with that on a whole nother subject. I'm going to save that. I'm going to try to get Montgomery on the show. I'm going to save that. Because I wish one of these so-called Black Power people would try to challenge me. But shout out, because the only one that I think is on my level as far as that Black talk is Dr. Umar. And Dr. Umar is like, yo, these people just tried to pay me. So he blasted the Kamala Harris campaign for trying to pay. Like, y'all trying to play Dr. Umar? Yeah. That's what y'all get. Dr. Umar busted him out. He is the top-notch Black Pan-African voice on YouTube. So for y'all failed because he is the best. It's 3 people I know in that Black talk. Me, King Noble, and Dr. Umar. We're the best at that. And let me tell you, King Noble is a Black supremacist, so he's for Black separation. Dr. Umar, he's a Pan-Africanist, but like I said, he He don't even do politics. He don't believe in politics, period. So you can't straddle the fence. You know, another Bible quote, you can't be lukewarm. You got to be either hot or cold or you're going to be spat out. Man, funny how things happen. I chose my side. I'm American because I like American policies, and black men have fought, bled, and died for this country. So I'm with the black policy, American policy, Trump policy are all one and the same. It's all one and the same. And yeah, this is built country built on Christianity. I know y'all don't be trying. That Black Son said that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When it comes down to it, you know, it all is a gumbo. It plays a part. You know, Christianity being the major religion is not Islam, and then the whole English system with the Magna Carta and that. Like I said, there's elements. There's a whole bunch of, like I said, but you gotta read the Civil War to really. I mean, not only the Civil War, but you know, you got to learn the history of our nation and all that stuff with Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, and John Adams, and then you know your Zachary Taylor. You got to learn about you got to learn your Civil War though to really understand the struggle of America. Like the Civil War is the sole struggle of America because that's when we put this whole thing to the test that, you know, with freedom, slavery, and the economics and all that. Like it really defined it. The Civil War really defined the soul of this country on both sides, you know. So Jim Love says MLK said the content of our character. Right. That's why I said Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, they be turning over in their grave right now. Like they, you know, but they were definitely not liberal. They were definitely not liberal, even though Lyndon B. Johnson dished out some paychecks to Abernathy and King and all them and James Farmer, but I'm gonna save that for that's a whole nother show there. Even though King did sell out, I know. He was still conservative, but he did sell out. He's doing what a lot of these celebrities are doing now. They don't believe in Kamala Harris. They don't even like Kamala Harris. But because Kamala Harris is dishing out these checks, which everybody's not accepting these checks, I'm really proud of the black celebrities and black prominent people who are not accepting the checks. We're not giving them enough credit. Like I said, I guess $10,000 ain't a lot to Dr. Umar. If y'all know who Dr. Umar is, y'all press a one, Melissa. I think I'm talking about Dr. Umar like y'all know him. So like y'all let me know if y'all know who Dr. Umar is, man. I'm assuming y'all know who he is, but press a one, Melissa, Jim Love, Dirty, V3, y'all. Okay, so V3 knows who Dr. Umar is, man. Yeah, they tried to. So V3, did you know that Melissa? Okay, so y'all seen the video where he blasted them out saying that the Kamala Harris tried to pay him $10,000 to damn say some nice things about Kamala. Oh, that was a wrong move, man. That was a wrong move because and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Dr. Umar, when I'm gonna say that for a whole nother show, man. Because I think I want to get Dr. Umar on the show. Because like I said, I met him down here in Atlanta at Cecili's Raw Reality. You know, we would intermingle with the same crowd because he deals with a lot of the Marcus Garvey crowd here in Atlanta. And I know a lot of those people. So I did run into him, but I really didn't, I don't know. I'm just not a really, I'm not a fanboy per se. So I'll see people and then I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's so-and-so, and, Jim said, we are boiling frogs. Libs are demons. 777. Melissa said, what about the 150 missing children? Again, Melissa, we got to lock arms with other MAGA because trying to explain that to a Kamala Harris supporter, he's going, oh, but racism. So they're not going to see that, oh, you got human trafficking and pedophilia, but all they're going to say is, oh, but Trump is racist, though. So that's extreme TDS. So, yeah, no, Melissa, yeah, I know about, those children missing. Yeah, there's a whole ring. There's a whole ring of human trafficking. There's a whole ring of organ harvesters. Like, this shit is so deep. But if all a person can tell you is, oh, but Trump is racist, but Kamala Harris is black, it's like, damn. And that's why they be making me feel arrogant because I'm like, you filthy peasant, you're not on my level. So when a person go, but Kamala's black though, I'm like, they're not even on my level. Melissa, they're not even on our level. That's why I love y'all. Y'all coming. I mean, Melissa just mentioned the trafficking, the human trafficking, and I can throw in the organs, the goddamn organ harvesting. They're not on that level. They're not on that level, Melissa. So we have to lock arms with people who are on that level. We got to make sure that we show out. We're at war now. We're at war with the just plain ignorant. Just ignorant. They're just not on that level. And I don't know, like I said, for me, it took Obama killing 3 American citizens for me to wake up. Like 3 American citizens had to die without due process in order for me to wake up, Melissa. So I don't know what point they're going to wake up. I don't know if they'll ever wake up. I don't know. We cannot, they have to be left behind. This is a rapture. This is when the Bible talks about the rapture. We got the rapture up until the goddamn polls and goddamn Trump in office. Because just like the Bible says, everybody ain't gonna make it. And these people talking about, oh, but Kamala's black, but Kamala's Indian, but she's Jamaican, but Kamala, and they stuck in the mud. If they in the quicksand, don't. If they drown in the, do not grab their hand while they're sinking in the quicksand. Let them. I know not your nature as a human being, Melissa, to see people drown in it, but you got to let them just drown in the quicksand. You got to let them drown in the quicksand, V3. Jim Love, you got to let them drown. And I know Republicans, because mostly all the Christians, y'all don't like to see people drown like that, but you got to let them drown. You cannot jump in as they flail in their arms and they drown in this shit. You cannot jump in there because they're going to drown you too. Kamala's black. Trump is racist. You got to let them drown. You got to let them people drown. As of today, we got to let those folks just drown. We got to let them drown. We cannot jump in after them or we're going to drown too. That goes for Trump too. Trump and JD Vance. We know, look, the vets will handle Tim. And that's going to bring both Kamala and Tim down. As far as no more name calling, we just concentrate on the stolen valor. They can't deny the stolen valor. They can't clean that up. The vets are not having that. The vets are pissed off about that. So that's, we don't need to call them names anymore. They put their foot in their mouth. Like you let a person, like, it's just a gift. Like Trump said, it's a gift. So let the gift do its thing, Donald Trump. President Trump, let the gift do his thing. JD Vance, let the gift. Yo, Tampon Tim already put his foot in his mouth. He has stolen valor. So we ain't got to talk about the horse smoothies. We ain't got to talk about the horse smoothies. We ain't got to talk about the tampon in the boys' bathroom. We ain't got to talk about all the bills he signed with kids can run away from their parents. We ain't got to do all that. The man has stolen valor. You know, you cannot win without the veteran vote. You can't win no election without the veteran vote. Y'all press a 2 in the chat if you know you can't win without the vets, because the vets include black women, black men, white women, white men, Hispanic women, Hispanic men, Asian. It encompasses all your ethnic groups, men and women, male and female. So you cannot win. You can't even be within the margin of cheating, knowing you done pissed off the veterans, because there's veterans in every single state. Just the veterans showing out in the swing state, that ends that. That ends that. That ends that. Tim, unless they goddamn switch out Tim, and if they switch out Tim, or even if they switch out Kamala Harris, it's just going to be obvious. It's going to be a slam dunk because Trump's going to be all over that. So I think they're going to roll with Kamala. As crazy as it sounds, I think they're going to roll with Kamala. And this Tim guy is like, yeah, he's already got the stolen valor. He's got the scarlet letter written across his forehead. You know, when the Revelations talk about the mark of the beast, he's got the mark of the goddamn stolen valor. You know what's worse than the mark of the beast? Mark of the stolen valor. You know, Revelations talk about the mark on top of the forehead or on the or the palm, the 666. Ain't nothing compared to the stolen valor with these veterans. That it's like having the goddamn mark of the beast. You might as well have the mark of the beast if you goddamn talking about you got stolen valor amongst these veterans. It ain't happening. You might have one or two brain dead veterans that might vote for him. You might have one veteran in all of Georgia that vote for goddamn Tampon Tim. It ain't happening. That man has stolen valor. So not only we talking your brother at arms, your militia, but your law enforcement too. They not having that shit. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. So Melissa says Afghanistan pull. Oh, that was Jim. Yep, Afghanistan pullout. Yeah, that was a disaster. That falls on Kamala Harris. She was a part of that. But again, we're not dealing with people with policy. People who don't care about policy are not going to know about that. We know about that because we know about that. But don't expect those people to even no. Don't expect them to know. We got to just pull the Trump supporters. It's us against them. Y'all, I mean, man, you, Jim, Melissa, V3, you guys are very, very educated. You guys are very well informed. You guys know policy like the back of your hand. So the best way we can apply it, don't waste your time with people talking, especially they talk about racism. Oh, come on, the black thing. You just gotta leave them alone and find like-minded people and get them to the polls and try to find those Reagan supporters. Those Reagan supporters are still out there. And once they hear about goddamn Kamala being a goddamn communist, because she's going to do her speech tomorrow, that will dig up the old Reagan supporters. I'm talking about the Reagan supporters that gave the landslide. A lot of them, Melissa, Jim, a lot of them, V3, are still alive. Let's find them. Let's find them. We got to find them. We got to take our times and energy and we got to find them and convey the message that Kamala Harris is a communist, because she's going to admit it. She's saying it. When she says equity, that's communism. That's communism. She's talking communism and she describes it. You show those old Reagan heads that, it's on. I tell you, we got this. We got to, that'll guarantee that Reagan landslide, because a lot of those old heads are still alive. They're still alive. We got to find them. We got to find those old Reagan heads. And the only way we got to do, we got to sign up. We got to knock on doors. But we got to, and what I like about the Trump team, they're only look with it. I'm not going to say they're only, but they're trying to find these old Reagan heads. We got to find these Reagan heads. And I'm about to find them. I know they're in Covington. I live in Covington, Georgia, right next to Conyers. And they still got those, remember those Nancy Reagan's drug abuse, those dare signs? We still got those. So you know I live in Reagan country. We got a street named after Ronald Reagan. So I know there's a bunch of Ghana and Ronald Reagan supporters. So, I mean, whatever state is you in, when you hear me, man, we got to find these Reagan supporters. We got to find them. They're still alive. A lot of them are still alive. Melissa, yes, Jim, what a shame. What is happening? The Mark votes. Watch these people. They are trying to figure a way to lock us down. That's why I was talking about let's the monkey and the bird. They're trying to bring the monkey and the bird, but we got to resist because a lot of that was voluntarily. You know, when they talked about the C-19, a lot of us wore the mask and we just didn't know. Now we know it's bullshit. So when they bring the monkey and the goddamn bird, we just don't comply. A lot of us are not going to comply. We're going to buck this time because when we heard about the C-19, we didn't know what it was. Oh my gosh, what is it? Oh, and they told us people were dying, but just like we're not going to be fooled this time. So they can't use the goddamn monkey or the bird. We're not falling for that. And yeah, we gotta find the Reagan supporters. That's all we gotta do. We gotta find these Reagan supporters, these old school Reagan supporters, because a lot of them are. I think a lot of them gave up after. I don't even want to speculate, but let me just say I've been told that a lot of these old school Reagan heads haven't voted in years. And California is a big state full of Reagan supporters, man. So I hope people in California wise up. Did y'all hear the sheriff in California? Kamala Harris tried to, and she just getting caught in her lies left and right. She trying to do fake polls, fake goddamn media, and then she tried to use a police officer, a sheriff there, use his face saying, "Oh yeah, they endorsed me." He said, "No, we didn't. We did not endorse her." Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? I think Melissa said, "Yeah, they tried." Man, that sheriff in California is like, "Man, we gonna support Donald Trump." So that was a big blow. That was a big death blow. That was a big death blow in California. That was a big kick in the nuts, or as I would say, big kick in the coochie. Because Kamala Harris is a woman, so yeah, that was a big kick in the coochie. Yeah, that was. I guess she didn't expect that. She didn't expect that officer to come out. He said, "No, we're endorsing Trump around these parts." So yeah, we have to do everything. No, I agree, Melissa. We have to, but we especially have to find those old Reagan supporters. We got to find them. I'm talking about, yeah. That means I got to go out and I got to find me some Reagan supporters. This is because the Reagan supporters, yeah, we got to find them. And we probably have to drive a lot of them because a lot of them might be retired. I'm prepared, man. I might have to rent a van and drive them to the polls, man. I think a lot of them Reagan voters, a lot of them are retired, but they're still alive. A lot of them are still kicking. A lot of them are alive, and a lot of them are still kicking. Yes, they are. I live in upstate New York, and it is God, Trump, and country. The whole country is red. Only 15 crap hole cities are blue. Right, Jim. And the only way we're gonna defeat them is we gotta flush out those Reagan supporters. I think, us Trump supporters, we gotta go find those old Reagan supporters. We got to find those old Reagan supporters, man. And I know this sounds like a large number, but we got to get at least, man. Let's set the bar high, man. Let's set the bar high, man. We our country's on the line. If we can find 15 of those Reagan supporters, you're talking about a landslide. And they're in New York because Reagan took New York. Reagan took New York. Reagan took California. Reagan took 49 states. Reagan took 49 states. And no disrespect to Ronald Reagan, but I think Trump is a greater president than Ronald Reagan. Let me say that again. I think Trump is a greater president than Ronald Reagan. No disrespect to Ronald Reagan, no disrespect to his supporters. But if goddamn, what's going on, Kelly? Let's see. What's up, Black Sun in chat? This no link thing sucks. You know what? Dang, it does, man. So what I was saying, Kelly, because this includes your state too. How many of them old Reagan supporters do you think are still alive in your neighborhood, Kelly? Because that's what we got to do. We got to find the old Reagan supporters. Reagan took 49 states. A lot of those people are still alive. But that's the strategy of the Trump team. The Trump team wants to find those old Reagan supporters. That's what we got to do. And shout out to Kelly. Kelly, shout out to Kelly. Because I know you're getting gray hairs now, Kelly, trying to, she's converting a lot of them people over to Trump. But this race thing is so deep. Now, Kelly showed 2 videos. Shout out, man. I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying seeing black people wake up out of their damn race. Trump, bad man. Like I think she showed a video with former Democrats, former liberals switching over to Trump. So I'm happy to see that. Good progress. But again, right now, we have to find those old Reagan supporters. That's the strategy, y'all. That's the goal. That is a strategy. That is a goal. I want y'all to take a week. This week, I want this to be Reagan week. From here till I want y'all to, I want this to be Reagan month. I want y'all to find some old school Reagan supporters. That will guarantee us a win. That's what we got to do. We got to find these old Reagan supporters, because now Kamala Harris is talking that goddamn communist talk, and these old school Reagan heads ain't gonna go for that shit. If anything will get these old Reagan heads up out to the polls, is that communism shit. And Kamala Harris is talking communism. Kamala Harris is talking that communist talk. That'll get these Reagan heads up out of their goddamn seats. Let me tell you, I swear to you, that will get them old Reagan heads to the poll. And I'm talking whatever that landslide was back in 84 that Reagan did against Mondale. Oh, then people will come back out and find out this goddamn Kamala Harris is a goddamn communist. Oh, yes, they will. They will come out. I'm trying to tell you, these Reagan supporters will come out. And that's what the team captain of Trump told. That's what they told us, that these Reagan supporters need to come out and support Trump. And it's not even a competition between, getting Trump trying to break Ronald Reagan's record. No, it's about these goddamn the Reagan supporters hate communism. That I want to say that was the last age of the communist scare, was during Reagan. That'll bring out the old heads. That will bring out the goddamn, if they find out, I think a lot of them will, but we gotta make sure. I don't want to assume that these Reagan heads know about Kamala Harris being a communist. So let's see what Melissa says. Maybe we could go to the nursing home and register them. They would be delighted to see someone, and we can take them to vote. Yeah, Melissa. Yeah, we're gonna have to, because I think, unfortunately, I think a lot of those Reagan heads might be in nursing homes. That's the sad part. But yeah, we got to do. Yeah, they find out it's communism. They'll shake some shit up. They'll shake some shit up. Let me tell you. I was 10 when Reagan left office. Yeah. I know, Kelly. I know. We talking about some old heads. I know. But we got to find them. That is what the Trump team here in Georgia. That's our assignment. We got to find old Trump. We got to find old Reagan heads. We got to find Reagan, because y'all look at it. The Democratic Party, their Mount Rushmore is Clinton. They still got Clinton still alive. They got Barack Obama, the first black president. So they can pull way back to Clinton. So we got to pull way back to goddamn Reagan. Because remember, Clinton's still alive. So they can pull that Clinton, that old Clinton crowd. We not only got to defeat the Barack Obama crowd, we got to defeat the Clinton crowd. Oh, that's a tongue twister. We got to defeat the Clinton crowd too. the Clinton crowd. We got to defeat the Clinton crowd and the Barack Obama crowd because they still exist. And the only way that we got to defeat them is we got to bring out the Reagan crowd. So yeah, that's old school. Yeah, that's old school Republicans right there. Kelly said, I got to go live about all this BS. Did you hear Umar Johnson? I did. Oh, when are you going live, Kelly? Because I need to come on. Yeah, Umar busted them out. Yeah, Umar said that they tried to Kamala Harris tried to pay him $10,000. So wait. I know, Kelly, I know Umar's mad because $10,000 is not as much as the EBT people. Oh, Umar ain't no dummy. Wait a minute, you mean to tell me they get an EBT for $13,000 and you're only going to pay me $10,000? Umar, no, man, Umar busted them out. So yeah, we do. You got to go live on that. When are you going live, Kelly? When you going live? When you going live? You want to do it on tomorrow, Friday? Let me know. Let me know, sis. I don't know what your schedule is. I got to go live about all this BS. Did you hear Dr. Umar? Yes, Kelly, yes. So let me know, Kelly. I want to come on that panel. Kelly, because, yeah, we got to talk about that. Yeah, because we got to talk about those EBT cards, too. Like, how these Negroes selling themselves out for $10,000 and these damn illegal aliens are getting $13,000. But Omar didn't take the money. Guy Sinat, he didn't take the money. But Ricky Smiley, you took the money. You bitched out. And the migrants are getting more money in food stamps than what you got paid. Because a lot of these damn influencers only get paid $10,000. They getting $13,000 on the goddamn food stamp. So yeah, but yeah, Umar did his thing. Kelly, Umar did his thing. I hope Tina can beat AOC. Yeah, I hope so too, Melissa. I hope so too. I know Omar or whatever her name is. It was all the Somali community. That's that race shit. So yeah, she won that. But and give Americans $200. Right, man. Right. Don't get me started on what Americans get on their EBT compared to the migrants. Americans $200, migrants $1,300. Boy, that's a damn shame. The migrants get more money than the goddamn what Kamala Harris is paying these celebrities. That's why Umar was like 10,000. Oh, Umar wasn't having that. Umar wasn't, but shout out to Dr. Umar, man. Yeah, he wasn't having that, Kelly. He was not having that. So our tax money, right? That's our tax money. But again, we gotta go to the Trump supporters are solidified. We got to go to the Reagan supporters. We can't, I realize these damn people that are stuck on this race shit, just convince them to not even vote. Hell, don't even vote. If you stuck on race and you stuck on damn Trump, oh, but the orange man bad, you just don't vote, man. Just sit on the couch. Cause y'all stuck on this race. That shit is not, oh my God, it's sad. I gotta explain. And what's so sad about it is that these people said it's not about race once upon a time. Now race is a factor now all of a sudden. No, man, I ain't buying that shit. Y'all. Not falling for it. So yeah, here's the next step to socialism. Yep. Communism is the next step from socialism. But there will be a one world government after the rapture of the church. The EU, okay, I just got a text about one world government. One world government, man. And Alex Jones has talked about this. One world government, globalism. And now people are not saying that Alex Jones is I mean, everything that he's been. One thing I can say, y'all, hey, what's up, she? Is that Y'all press the one if y'all think Alex Jones has been vindicated. He's definitely been vindicated. If that anything, Alex Jones has been vindicated. Yes, he has. Now he may not be vindicated with those Sandy Springs, but man, we're not gonna talk about Sandy Hook, but we're gonna talk about how when he talks about globalism, one world order, and all that stuff, and them sacrificing babies. Yeah, oh, that's true. Because guess what? Those migrants, them children down there being trafficked, they're being sacrificed. So yeah, man, he's vindicated. He's controlled opt at the best. Okay, I mean, you know what? Controlled ops. I mean, okay. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone because I'm learning that Donald Trump make America great again. MAGA. That's right. Let's see. Hey, sissy, like some let's chat. Hey. Thank you for the stream all night. Night all. Oh, thank you, Melissa. See you later, babe. See you later. Okay, yeah. Last comment. Okay, so V3 says Ricky Smiley is disappointing, crying for Kamala Harris. Yeah, but wait a minute. V3, why are you disappointed? Isn't Ricky Smiley the same one that put on a dress? Didn't what's his name? The short guy? Cat Williams. Didn't Cat Williams tell you about Ricky Smiley? Did you not listen to Cat Williams V3? Come on, man. What you disappointed? Did you not listen to Cat? Do I need you to direct you over to Cat Williams? I know you listen to Cat Williams. Cat Williams been spilled the beans on Ricky Smiley. Come on now, V3. Come on now, V3. Come on now. What did V3 say, Don? Okay. Yep, guaranteed to be set up for the biometric ID. You see the huge SS admin hack. Yeah, I seen that. Yep. 2.7 billion people, social security number, and their info. Yep, and their address. Right. Right. So y'all secure your bank account, secure your credit cards, because yeah, they that's a lot of damn people. That's a lot of fucking people, man. Damn. I remember when they did the Sony hack, the PlayStation hack. That's bigger than that. So yeah, it's going to go hand in hand with electronics. Yeah, we can say ballot harvesting. Oh, right. Ballot harvesting. You're right. Damn, you're right. Yeah. They're really trying to. Yeah. That is ballot harvesting. Um, Again, I before I did a show, I did a meetup with the poll watchers. They got, like I said, here in Georgia, we got some systems in place. Like you cannot, so that they got a machine where you have to put your driver's license, right? This is your driver's license, and you have to put it reads that right there. There's all kind of shit on here that the computer reads, and it'll tell you like they're gonna like here in Georgia, they're purging all the dead people, and they're purging the people who are basically legals can't vote here in Georgia. So it's real strict here in Georgia in order to vote. I don't know. Again, I hope other I hope other states are adapting it, but Georgia, we're ready. We're ready for it. So um, I doubt if Kamala wins Georgia. I can't imagine her winning Georgia, even if they tried to cheat. The margin of errors is so large here in Georgia, and we got like we got so many safeguards in place where they're gonna do a hand count twice. So Georgia, we're ready because we're not playing the water main break and go to sleep at damn 10 o'clock and we wake up and no, we're not playing that. We're not doing that shit here in Georgia. So they can forget about Georgia. Now Pennsylvania, on the other hand, y'all might know a Prescott. What's his name? Prescott up there in Pennsylvania. I got to bring him on the show to see exactly what's going on in Pennsylvania, but no, Georgia's a no go for the cheating. Georgia's a no-go for the harvesting. It's a no-go for all the hack machines. It's a no-go. They got a system that's so high-tech where the numbers, the scan has to match. And we're ready here in Georgia. I'm a poll watcher, by the way. Yeah, I'm a poll watcher here in Georgia. And we got a glimpse of the safeguards here. So we're good here in Georgia. It's going to be hard for them to cheat here in Georgia. Like, it's going to be, because the shit is going to be so high tech. So not only are you not going to have ballot harvesting not going on here in Georgia, you're not going to have migrants voting here in Georgia either. So I hope the rest of the country gets on board to what we're doing. But that's what we're doing here in Georgia. So um, we got Georgia. We got Georgia. Pennsylvania, Virginia, maybe even other swing states. So again, I'm gonna have to invite on the show different people from different states to see what they're doing. But like I said, here in Georgia, don't worry about Georgia. We good in Georgia. Georgia is Trump country, and he's gonna take let's just say he's gonna take Georgia with ease. There ain't gonna be no cheating in Georgia. So, I'm almost positive. God bless all. Got to crash. I know. You know what? I got to get it. It's 10:15, y'all. Let me get going. Shout out to she. Shout out to V.3. Shout out to Melissa. Shout out to Kelly. Shout out to Jim. Man, shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all for stopping by. Thank y'all for the likes, man. When Kelly does a live, hopefully I can. Yeah, I gotta water my garden. Okay, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Maybe I'll do a show tomorrow. We'll see. All right, man. With that being said, man, we out, y'all. Peace.